Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomat YouTube channel. You got your boys here, Lanny and Bert. The Dividend Diplomat. Guys, I made some major portfolio moves on Friday, the short day of Black Friday. Before the market closed at 1, I made a quick action. I sold 3 stocks, and I am going all in on this one tech giant.
Smash that subscribe button, guys. Give us a thumbs up. What is this stock that Bert the Heart is going deep into here? Exiting 3, going in on 1. What's going on in this passive income journey you got here, Bert?
We're doing some rebalancing as we're getting ahead to the end of the year, taking a look at some positions. You're trying to clean up, get some tickers out of your portfolio, get rid of some of the low hanging fruit. The companies that I wanted to get rid of were ones that just weren't really scratching the itch for me anymore, Lanny. They were companies that either didn't have a long term growth plan in my portfolio because they were acquired via spinoff, and I'm not really adding much to it. And 2 of the companies were small positions in stocks that transparently I didn't really even want to look at in this portfolio anymore. All of these moves happened in my wife's portfolio, so she's loading up on this. But guys, there might be another move coming where it's going to be coming over to my portfolio too.
Oh, man. All right. So you exited 3 stocks. What was that first stock? How did you acquire this first stock? And why exit now?
All right, first stock on the list, Solventum, ticker symbol SOLV, a spinoff from 3M. They're the consumer brand, they're big, giant, the name brand. When we bought 3M, we loved them because they were the conglomerate, because they had the big brands. They had the Band-Aid, they had the industrials, they had all these things. But 3M, like so many other companies, had decided to spin off, slim down, and refocus amongst other things that were going on at 3M. So for my wife, we acquired 5 shares via the spinoff of Solventum, ticker symbol SOLV. So the 5 shares, our market value is only $356, and we were staring at a $115 loss in the face, and it didn't pay a dividend yet. So really, I wasn't planning on growing this position, wasn't paying a dividend, didn't really fit what I wanted it to anymore. So I had no problem kicking stock number 1 to the curb to roll it up into this new position that we will talk about a little bit later.
No problem exiting it. It was very small, no dividend. Makes sense. Took a small realized loss
Yeah.
of 115 bucks. Really nice burst. That was kind of a slam dunk. Almost got back to break even, but hey, didn't fit your portfolio with what you're trying to do.
No. Now it's going to get into the 2 stocks that, quite frankly, just disgusted me and I didn't really want to see anymore. This first one, Walgreens, ticker symbol WBA. I've missed selling this stock on probably 15 different occasions as I rode this stock down to what is probably feeling like its rock
15.
bottom. Yes, we bought them a long time ago for way too much money. We owned 52 shares. Our cost basis was $1,977 for Walgreens. Unfortunately, I don't even want to say the money has fallen, Landy. Just the dump has fallen because their market value is only $474. So we sold them. We cut the $52 of dividend income we were receiving from that reduced dividend from Walgreens, taking a realized loss of $1,502 on this company.
All right, $1,500 loss.
Yeah.
It was a high yielding stock at the time that you sold it. It
Yeah.
was
Well,
yielding, about 10,
yeah.
11%.
Well, it's bad when it was high yielding. They cut their dividend. Now they're back to being high yielding again. That's not a great sign. It's not a great direction. And quite frankly, with Walgreens, I threw a post out on X about it, whatever they want to call them now. They're not tweets, they're posts, something. It really got me going as I was reading the comments. What am I really waiting for with Walgreens, especially because I found a stock that I like better? If Walgreens pops 20%, okay, I get another $100. Walgreens pops another 50%, cool, another 200 something dollars. Like there just wasn't a lot on this position. I missed my shot. I already got knocked down. I already got beaten down from Walgreens. Why keep waiting? I hate this company. I really don't want to be in it anymore. So just get it out of that portfolio and start building out something I'm much more excited to own.
Bert, tell us how you feel, man. So yeah, obviously Walgreens cut their dividend. That's crap block number 1. Doesn't like the company. Shot block number 2. And you could harvest some of these losses towards your taxes, with this one being over 1,500 long-term realized loss dollars. So that saves you alone a few $100s in taxes, which would be way more valuable in a praying and wishing for a 30 or 40% jump in Walgreens stock.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Number three, this is going to be a difference between my portfolio and my wife's. Another spinoff, Warner Brothers Discovery, another company I don't really want to own anymore. Lanny famously sold his position several weeks ago. Ticker symbol WD. She only had 9 shares in the spinoff, so it was only $92. So they had a $153 loss. It wasn't paying a dividend. So again, like the Solventum, this position was so small. I was never going to add to her Warner Brothers Discovery. My
No,
position, much larger. This one, 9 shares. Might as well just take the $92 while I'm in the mood, while I'm cleaning stuff up, and put it into this new company that I ended up buying with the funds.
all right, guys. So that's another stock. WBD didn't pay a dividend, wasn't a stock that fit the portfolio. Harvested another $154 in realized long-term losses on the stock. So
Yeah.
in total, Bert, you got about $924, $925 in capital.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking in about a $1,772 realized loss. And how much in tax savings are you estimating that might save you come tax time?
So you slap a 25% rate on it, that $1,772 loss becomes $443 in tax savings for it. So not bad. Again, like you said, am I waiting for a 20% pop in Walgreens, or do I just take the tax savings? It's sad that it became that much of a formula, but it works. That's the old though. They're gone. I don't have to think about them in my wife's portfolio. Let's come into the new here, Lanny. Let's talk about the new.
What stock did you buy with all of that hard transacted capital B?
Alphabet, ticker symbol GOOGL. I teased this in one of our last videos, the one that came out on Saturday, where I talked about my 2 must-buy stocks right now. I've been loving Google. They're trading at a 21 multiple, 20 below. They're historically in the high 20s discount compared to they're heavily trailing the rest of the Mag 7 tech stocks as well. So I'm going to roll the dice here on Google. I'm going to trade some of that high yield from Walgreens, throw it into a tech stock, which I feel much better about in the long run. I think the future is brighter for Google than it is for Solventum, Walgreens, and those 9 shares of Warner Brothers Discovery that are in my wife's portfolio.
Love to see it. So you added 5.75 shares. You input about $966. So about an additional $40 in cash that you had laying around.
Yeah.
Got a solid, $4.60 add to your forward dividend income, which should grow at a pretty heavy clip.
Yeah, and it's not so much about the dividend. It's always great for them to have that and to have that growing dividend, but it's just nice to get into the stock, into one I believe in. I've traded $924 of losers that I couldn't stand, that I didn't want in my portfolio anymore, into one company that we can keep building. And now I'm going to set the target. I want to at least get to 10 to 20 shares. I know that's a broad range, but I want to keep aggressively building this position to at least get 10 plus shares in my wife's account. So I can at least have feel good about some position overall for Google in our portfolio.
Guys, there we have it. Bert sold out of Solventum, Walgreens, and Warner Brothers Discovery. Took in about a $1,772 loss and used that $925 in capital and put it right into Google, aka Alphabet stock. So Bert bought Google stock, ticker symbol GOOGL, and he's looking to continue to buy Google stock right now.
Let me know what you think of the moves. Would you agree, disagree? What would you have bought instead if you aren't buying Alphabet/Google? Throw it down there in that comment section below.
Guys, if you haven't liked this video, guys, give us a subscribe right there, guys. Hit the button. It only takes a few seconds. Let's reach financial freedom together. And Bert, you're either with us or you're against us. Jack, that was Bert the Hurt. And Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats, over and out.